Hi. So in the last video, we saw the concept of PWM, correct? That using a pulse width signal, we can vary the voltage that we apply to a pin. All right. So normally it's high and low. It's just the maximum, which in the case of the Arduino Uno is 5 volts, and its low means 0 volts. So if I connect it to an LED, it basically means that it can either be on or off, but nothing in between. Correct. Same thing for a motor. Driving a motor, is either running or it's not running. All right. So the idea of the PWM, as we saw, was to generate a sequence of pulses. So the duty cycle of the pulse would determine the voltage that we see at the pin. All right. Now let's just see this. All right. So I already have a Arduino Uno and a breadboard here, and I'm just going to bring out the LED. All right. So let's flip this here, connect it up. All right, and I'm going to connect pin 10. All right, pin 10 to this here pin column 4 over here. All right, so this will connect to the LED anode, and from the anode I'm going to connect a resistor. All right, I'm going to put a volt resistance of 220 ohms, and then okay, so let me change this to orange, and I'm going to have one more wire from here to ground. Okay, so where's the ground pin? I'll just use this ground pin. All right, and I'll change that to black. All right. Okay, so now just to recap the thing that we have done in the past. All right. So by now you should already be familiar with the structure of the code. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to declare my pin constant integer LED pin equals to 10. All right, and here I'm going to say LED pin. All right, so this is the advantage of uh, using variables or constants in your code for the purpose of making it easy for you to um, update the code whenever you want to change the hardware. Correct. So if I decide to now change to pin 12 or pin 13 or anything, I just need to change this number here. But the rest of the code remains the same. Okay, so now I'm just going to show you the approach that we have already done before, all right, which is basically a digital write, LED pin high and LED pin low. All right. So I'll just remove all these comments. So you just focus on the code. All right, so let's start the simulation. Okay, so as you can see, the LED is blinking on and off, on 1 second, off 1 second. All right, so when we do a digital write, all right, effectively what we are saying is we are only looking at the actual high and low. All right, so if I connect a multimeter, all right, if I connect a multimeter to, all right, so let me do it this way. Let me move this pin up here and connect a wire from here to here. So this positive will also come here. All right, so what I'm doing is I just want to make it a bit more easier for me to measure, and the negative will go to ground. Okay, so what I'm doing is I want to measure the voltage seen at pin, for this is, sorry, pin 10. Okay, pin 10, what is the voltage that I see? All right, so if I start the simulation again, so you can see it goes up to 5 volts. All right, yeah, it's a bit difficult to see because it takes time for the voltage to stabilize. Okay, so let's just give it a bit more time. Let's give it 2 seconds. All right. Okay, so as you can see, when it's on, it goes up all the way to 4.44 volts. All right, and then it goes to 0 volts when it's off. All right. Now, this is when I am doing the digital write. All right. Now, to perform the PWM operation, you need to select pins that have the tilde sign. All right. So I explained this in my earlier video. So you can see that, for example, pin 3, pin 5, pin 6, pin 9, 10, 11 have the tilde sign. All right. Which means that these pins can be used to generate a PWM signal. All right. And how do I generate a PWM signal? I need to change this. Instead of digital write, I'm going to replace this with what we call a analog. Right. Okay. Now, when I do an analog write, I need to provide two parameters. Okay. First is the pin number, and then the actual um, on value. Okay, or the on duration with respect to the maximum number that my PWM can go up to. All right. Now, what does this mean? All right. Now, in the uh, context of the Arduino Uno, the PWM is generated through, you can think of it as an 8-bit value. All right. So for 8-bit value, the range is from 0 to 255. So 0 means the on time is 0. 255 means is the highest on time. All right, which needs to be the brightest. So what I need to do, I need to put a value that is in between 0 and 255 to gauge, to get an equivalent voltage. All right, now let me just show you. Now if I take from 0 to 255, all right, so the value in between, you can say, is around 127. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. I'm going to say analog write LED pin 127, and then I'm going to do the same thing again, 0. All right, and I want you to see what happens. Okay, so you can see the voltage here is going up to around 2.22, 2.23, and so on, which is about half of what we saw earlier. Okay, why is it half? Because, again, look back at my earlier video where I drew the PWM signal. All right, so you must imagine that for one full cycle, the count is 255. So if I say 127, means I'm saying that for half of that one full cycle, I'm going to be on, the other half I'm going to be off. Okay, so half is on, half is off. So effectively, I'm generating half the voltage, which is around 2.24, 2.25 volts, around that. All right, based on what we saw earlier. All right, so this gives you the idea of how PWM is generated. All right, now let me change this up a bit to give you different values. Okay, so I'm going to do this. So I'm going to first say, okay, let me start the simulation. So first 64, then 127, and then I'm going to do one more time. Mm. Okay, this time I'm going to say 255. All right, so first it will be 1/4, then half, and then full. All right, so let's see. Okay, so this is 1/4, then you can see slightly brighter and full brightness. All right, so if you look at the LED, you can see that the brightness corresponds to the voltage that we see. All right, so this gives you a very clear example of how PWM works on the Arduino Uno pin. All right, so we need to specify a number, and that number divided by 255, okay, times 5 volts, sort of gives you the voltage that you expect to see at the pin. All right, so I hope that this has given you a good understanding of how we can apply PWM signals. Now this is an example on LED. The same thing can be applied to a DC motor or anything else. All right, as long as you want to generate a voltage anywhere between 0 volts to 5 volts, then you use this PWM approach. All right, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.